My name is Yan Jun, come from China. If hard for your pronunciation, my name, just call me Jeremy. It's a simple name to remember me. So today I just choose a very simple topics, use a simple model to explain a simple principle. To start my presentation here, first I want to share with you about why and how I focused on energy and this, because I believe in one sentence it says that it takes energy to get energy. So we must to change our life attitude from monetary analysis to energy flow. Everybody agree with?
I certainly do.
Okay, thank you. So to do the literature reviews, and everybody knows this methodology. EROCS created by Petrolem. I call it universal analysis method, and net energy analysis. First, I heard it from, I think it's Michael Dale's papers used it, and it is said that in 1975, first proposed in Stanford University net energy analysis workshop in organized by Connerly, and also I think at that time although took part in it, and they do a lot of good and valuable conclusions about energy analysis. And then a French guy named ROCS do extra analysis and transfer into useful work evaluation. Oh, yeah. So the third method is input-output analysis. We do it usually use the embodied energy to do that kind of analysis, and also fourth is life cycle analysis. It's the universal way, so everybody know it. So just after that, I reconsider what's the differences among financial analysts, economic analysts, and energy analysts. Especially when do evaluation programs. Sometimes I think entrepreneurs would prefer financial analysts. They use the indicators of rate of asset, rate of equity, economic added values, also real option. I think it's a fake. And decision makers like project manager would prefer the simple tools, net profit. They use it to do simple decision making. I don't agree with that. And for biologists, biophysical perspective, we want to choose energy analysis. So to answer that question about what differences, there is information streams shows the differences. Actually, divided, there are three different indicators of expenses. For example, some indicators of expenses, they really have monetary values, like we get paid every day, every month. It's monetary wages. It has monetary value. And for some materials, it first has energy values and economic values. So for example, pipeline, we can express the how much it is, or what's the energy it costs. And for some indicators, it has energy values of expense, but we always neglect it. For example, during the process of extractions, it has the consumption, its energy consumption, but we usually forgot it. So I just do some history and analysis globally. It is the timeline. I read it from Murphy. There is a very big person impressed us, something like Hydrogen. It promotes the energy input analysis in 1972, and Cleveland in 1984, Hall in 1986. And I chose 3 persons to impact Chinese analysts. Very much these 3 persons just encouraged us to do more evaluation of energy analysis. That is, I just do a simple summary of what we in China we do analysis. So the result, like, she is the first person to take that analysis to China and calculate the result in the northeast energy return environment from 10 to 1 to 6.5, maybe even lower today. And it is another non-conventional analysis coal-based oil and gas. So it's different scenarios, and you know the result is not very good. But during that time, central government pushed that project because they do a net profit NPV is higher, so they said, okay, do it, but didn't get profit. So the third one is we do natural gas and energy analysis. There is 2 chains. One chain is up, it is for domestic, and one chain is down, it's the energy analysis. It's just like this one, and the bottom line is just considering environment emission. That's the group down. Also, there is another groups. They also consider energy analysis. Type table is here. So for details, like they think Podolsky proposed the energy balance of agriculture production in 1881, first person, and Fedorovsky is developed a classification of mineral energy characteristic and industrial application. For losing, it says that using financial indicators have the opposite result of the energy cost. Continually, they created the energy coefficients, and like this one. TP is just the producing of cost, and AER just energy consumption, and GP is production, gross production. Continually, Trepetyev and Mogolyov developed, I think it is similar like input-output table, but they call it in the industry balances. It's also energy analysis. Luzikina pronounced, I think it's similar. We use the energy efficient and the payback times. So, come back to my research, simple one. I just want to prove that what is said by in 1999, it's published in papers and energy policy. He said that energy analysis is a supplementary way, not a substitute way for economic analysis in decision making. But I never find the supporting materials, so I tried to improve it. Actually, it's true, common sense. And finally, after I do the result, the added conclusion like monetary indicators, fluctuate, and energy-based values stable. So, continue my research. Someone always do life cycle analysis. It's popular. Also hybrid analysis. But to be a creative one, I think I divided it into every calculate point, and to calculate, I think it's important to pay attention to. So I divided it into 5 indicators. So I just give an example for the first 2. Compare financial analysis and energy analysis. What's the difference? So here's the methodology. I just impressed by he now lived in Canada, and he just used the production theory and to do evaluation of fixed asset and variable asset under the perspective of energy. So for the quarterly, we use the consider 3 actors, and here is the fixed assets, and this is the variable assets. We call it production cost and production of goods cost. And considering of this is the cost we are consideration. So finally calculate it, and it's the result. There are more fingers. I just choose one. Like the up one is the column is energy return on cost of sales. It is stable, very high. And for ROCS, it is monetary evaluation goes fluctuate. So here's my conclusion. Come back to just to prove its truth, and think that when we do evaluations, think both ways to do the wise decision making.